Coming to you loud and clear.
It's Famous Athletics. And if you're looking to sleep in comfort or be outdoors in comfort, I need you to get them cozy soles. She got Famous Athletics. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video like this. Throw that straight left down the pipe. Make sure you hit that like button. Share this with anybody you talk boxing with or any type of sports. Famous Athletics, the dopest channel on the planet. Everything's a sport, so where's my sportsmanship award? Famous. We're gonna do something We're going to do something a little different. I seen this probably about 2 weeks ago, a picture, and they had Max Kellerman and Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi versus Max Kellerman. So I don't think that's a bad topic to speak on. So since it's such an original idea, I'm pretty sure I asked somebody about the picture. Nobody responded to me, so I'm just going ahead and break it down. So you got Paulie Malignaggi, former fighter. Paulie Malignaggi was the IBF champion, if I'm not mistaken, or the WBA champion once upon a time. Paulie Malignaggi has been in the ring, has experienced knockdowns, knockouts. I said knockdowns, knockouts, jabs, right hooks, liver shots, cuts, bruises, injuries, any type of boxing that Paulie's probably been in. He's been in the war, he's been in the close decisions, he's been in robberies. He knows the ins and out of boxing like the back of his hand. Paulie Malignaggi is a guy that he's been in the ring. He could possibly be a trainer the way he analyzes stuff that goes on else in the ring. But that's Paulie Malignaggi, basically his accolades. He commentates for Showtime. So he commentates for Showtime along with Al Bernstein and who else is on there? I forgot, but they got a great panel on Showtime. I love Showtime's panel. Al Bernstein and somebody else. But on the other hand, you got Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman is a dude. They both from New York City, actually. Paulie Malignaggi from Brooklyn. Max Kellerman is from New York. Max Kellerman is 44 years old. Paulie's in his 30s. Max Kellerman started off on public access in the early 90s. And from the early 90s, he's been, once he graduated, he was in Max Kellerman was always in the realm of boxing, always around boxing. Max Kellerman has a video of him rapping, talk about boxing. So Max Kellerman's been around for a long time. He has a show on ESPN Radio. He's been with HBO for a couple years. I don't know how long he's been. When Emmanuel Stewart passed away, I guess they passed the job on to Max Kellerman. If my calculations are correct with that, Max Kellerman, many fights, numerous fights, many Floyd fights, many Pacquiao fights, many fights in general he's commentated on, and he's been able to see the likes of many different fighters in many different eras and actually be on the outside. So the difference between these two, I don't know Paulie's background, if he went to college or anything like that, but I know Max Kellerman was, I think he was in school going for broadcasting and news. So this was his path that he created down the way, down his line. He's with HBO, Roy Jones, and what's this guy's name? Fuck, I can't get nobody's names correct right now. Max Kellerman, Roy Jones, and Jim Lampley. There we go. So that's the roster for HBO. So now let's talk. One guy has been in the ring, which Paulie Malignaggi felt every type of punch, every type of abuse, seen the politics firsthand, from the amateur system growing up to actually being in it, and to one guy just being a sports analyst that came from college and looking from the outside. So that's the main difference too. When it comes to broadcasting, you know what it is? I think Max Kellerman, he wants to have a neutral side, but at the same time, he's more like the puppet for HBO as far as like, he has agenda. right? And I'm not saying Max Kellerman does a bad job because not only for the simple fact that he has to be a puppet, but you know, he's siding with the company that he's with, so he wants to make it look good on their end and make the viewers believe whatever his co-host is saying, whether he believes it or not. Max Kellerman, bias. Max Kellerman definitely doesn't give guys a fair shake when he says he likes boxing, but when a fight comes on and as soon as Jim Lampley start talking about it, he's right along with him. You know, agree to disagree, but the biasness is the only thing that holds Lampley back. I mean, Kellerman back. I think he does a good job breaking down the fights, but Max Kellerman is always getting checked. You know, you have somebody like Roy Jones there. He's getting checked by Roy Jones constantly of what's going on in the ring, why a fighter is doing this. Did a fighter get hurt when he took that shot? You know why? Because Roy Jones been in the ring. He's looking. He's seeing facial expressions. He knows when a person is hurt. He knows when a person couldn't take a shot, etc., etc. So Max Kellerman is always constantly getting checked. When Roy Jones is in his presence, whether Andre Ward is in his presence, they was getting checked they get checked last night by Roy Jones. So Max Kellerman, he does a good job. He works for HBO. He's like a puppet for HBO, and that's pretty much with him now. Paulie Malignaggi, on the other hand, a dope analysis, a good analysis. Paulie Malignaggi is no filter. Paulie Malignaggi, you won't get Paulie Malignaggi just saying something because Showtime wants him to say something. These guys be on there agreeing to disagree. Al Bernstein, Paulie Malignaggi, and Steve Farhood. There you go, Steve Farhood. They're on there. They're not as biased. And if they are biased, they're at least giving their calculations of what they see in the ring. They're not telling you, oh, they want this person to win. They're going by what they see. So they're going by the best critique of their fighter as possible. Paulie Malignaggi is a fighter, or ex-fighter. You know, he recently got in a spill with Conor McGregor, and that led to a whole bunch of publicity before the Mayweather versus McGregor fight. But Paulie Malignaggi, on the other hand, he knows boxing, and he'll tell you why a fighter will win. He'll tell you what a fighter needs to do, how he needs to adjust, how he needs to set up his feints, how he needs to do this. And 9 times out of 10, Paulie is always right when he's watching boxing, when he's seeing it in the ring, telling you what the fighter's not doing, how they need to improve. Because Paulie is not a mouthpiece for Showtime. Paulie knows what's going on. Paulie sees what's going on. He analyzes it, and he says, this what he needs to be doing, because he's giving up too much space. He's giving up his height. He's doing this. And Paulie Malignaggi is unfiltered. So he's not basically given a script or told what to do. And he makes watching a fight very interesting. I like Paulie Malignaggi. So if it comes down to me, who will win, Paulie Malignaggi versus a Max Kellerman, I got to give it to Paulie Malignaggi off the strength that he's been through the fight. He's been in the ring. He been hit with every type of punch. He's been through the politics. He knows what's going on, and he's not biased. That's the key right there. He's not biased. Whether he likes a fighter or not, he calls it straight down the middle. Just like a baseball player, when they need to get the guy out of there, they're going to throw something that you probably can't hit. You might have a little curve to it, or bend to it, whatever the case may be, but it's going to be straight down the middle, and you ain't going to be able to hit it. So I declare Paulie the winner of Max Kellerman versus Paulie Malignaggi. This is another segment with Famous Athletics. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications. Everything's in sports. So it's my sportsmanship award, and we're gone.